So guys, if you haven't realized by now, I have not done episode 4 of yesterday, and I will not be doing episode 4 of yesterday or future of any episodes. I will only do predictions of what's to come. If I would have done episode 4, this would have been my thumbnail. So without further ado, let's just talk about episode 5 before tomorrow comes. I've been holding on to this for far too long. Now in episode 5, we see that Kelvin is talking to Lalin. I didn't know we were friends. No lie. They've become friends ever since he found out that Kelvin is now being a top boss of his own little business, the hotel that he's owning. And yet she did say she owes him a dine or dinner or a talk or whatever. That and because, she sees that Kelvin is no longer in Ken's clutches. Anyways, Kelvin here is talking to Lalin about relationship and what he must do when someone, he didn't say him specifically, but he's saying what should someone do when someone lost love for someone. Hold up, is this a toy layout of Veer's secret bar? Holy shit, I don't think this is a toy version, or maybe it was and it's just this is the real version that Kelvin is having. The toy that we see, the toy room that we see, I think it's Kelvin's layout of how he will decorate it in the way that he wants it decorated. Question though, this is Veer's secret place. It has a code when you're going into that place. How did you gain access to that code? How did you get the code? I mean, Veer loves you, but not enough to give you the code to his place. He wouldn't be that stupid, would he? Then again, he didn't even believe his friend when he said that he thinks Kelvin is out to get him for something. And that Kelvin doesn't really love Veer, and Veer didn't even believe him. Now, if that friend is dead, damn, then you have a serious problem and you need to go to jail, Kelvin. But if he's not, then where the hell is he? Anyway, so I think Kelvin really do love Veer. I really do, but his love is a little too strong, if you get what I mean. Now, because of what Veer said, which he said that he doesn't love Kelvin anymore, Kelvin feels hurt and he decided that he wants to ask Lalin for advice on what to do. Because clearly his entire outcome that everything that he's doing not working. So might as well get a bit of an advice from someone he kind of knows. Anyways, I think the reason Kelvin asks Lalin's advice is because he thinks that she's in the same boat, considering he knows that Ken doesn't like Lalin. But Kelvin, you must be smart. You can't be this dumb to not realize homegirl didn't like your brother from day one anyways. But we want to know what year we're in. I'm guessing this is the present day, because if you're talking to homegirl about love and how the person that loves you don't like you anymore, we're still in the present day. But we're catching up to how this happens, because we stopped at last episode, in episode 4, where we see that Veer is in Chiang Mai. When Veer finally gets to sum up everything that his friend told him, his father told him, the fact that they lost a lot of money, the fact that he knew that Kelvin was using him from day one, and he ran away from home, literally no one knows where he is, and he went to Chiang Mai. So this is probably closing up to those details. Anyways, Lalin is not stupid. She knows that this little advice that Kelvin is asking for is about him. So she said if he wished to know the answers to whatever it is that he wants to know, he should ask himself what he would do, what he should do, what did he do to make this all thing reach to the point where it reached. But also, ma'am, don't you have a GL moment with Nana? Was it her name? Nana or Anna, whatever her name is. You have a GL moment with her. Anyways, Calvin meets Wawit. Wawit is a psychiatrist, and this person is referred to by Lillian. Lillian maybe must have thought that Kelvin was the one that needed it, but Kelvin needed Wawit for someone else. See, I feel like Kelvin is born by the wrong era or something. He's been raised by people who are savage to the point that he's savage, that he doesn't even have a heart or a brain to even function. Like, I ain't gonna lie, you Veer, you got real comfortable. You're not even trying to escape at this point. But then again, the key that Veer needs to escape is literally around Kelvin's neck. Like literally, the key that is he needs to handcuff around his ankle is literally around Kelvin's neck. I mean, the only time you can actually steal it is by like try to seduce Kelvin. And trust me, I don't think that's hard. You can literally seduce this man and get away with it. But the question is how? Anyways, Kelvin brought the psychiatrist to the secret dungeon to see Fear. Is that the right and smart choice? I don't know. Now, Kelvin's reasons for bringing this therapist here is for Veer, but also Kelvin thinks that the reason Veer doesn't love him anymore, show compassion anymore, is because that Veer has past trauma that he needs to let go of, and that's where the therapist is. Dude, you are the past trauma, the present, the future. If there is a future, you are all that. And you don't even see that, Kelvin? Kelvin, you are the trauma. You are the trauma. This boy don't got no trauma. And if he did, it's most definitely not about whatever it is about you. Also, he doesn't find it suspicious. You don't find it suspicious. You were led in a dungeon. And clearly, I know you probably saw that Veer is handcuffed, chained. And you don't find that suspicious. How much money is Kelvin paying you, sir? Also, I believe I watched the pilot or the trailer version, and you were so angry with Kelvin about something he did with your brother. Is your brother the friend of Veer, Lalit? If so, yeah, he's dead. He's dead. And if he's not, then he's no longer here. I don't know what to say to you. I don't know what Kelvin did, but he did something bad to your brother. If he is your brother, then yeah. Although I never heard him talk about his brother. I always hear Lalit talking about his grandmother. So if he had a brother, then you ain't doing much of a good brotherly love thing going on, aren't you? Kelvin, I need you to put your foot in Veer's shoes for just like 2 days or so. Understand that what you're doing is crazy. Nothing what you're doing is based off love. And I understand because you weren't raised by love. I mean, the mother that you had is gone. And I think if she would have been alive and you know what love is, you wouldn't have treated Veer the way you're treating him. But now that we get where we are right now, where do we start to say we're gonna forgive you? You literally kidnapped him twice, actually. You actually, no. You kidnapped him. Before you kidnapped him, you used him, took away all his financial money. Took away his family money. Then you kidnapped him and you killed his friend, or didn't kill his friend, but you did bad. You literally just used your power to get through where you want, and you expect him to forgive you for what you did to him? Yeah, he's completely broke because of you. I agree with Veer. The person who needs therapy is actually Kelvin. Now, the psychiatrist that came, did Kelvin use his business brain to actually let him sign an NDA, non-disclosure agreement? Because if he did, then he could walk away and can't literally tell anyone about what he saw. If not, then Kelvin wasn't really thinking straight at this point. Honestly, I'm shocked with how great Pete portrayed his character, and also proud, to be honest, because we've seen him play the trauma person. To be the person who actually give the trauma, damn. We do know one thing though. Kelvin does give Veer some fresh air from the dungeon sometimes, but still on the leash, because that's what we're gonna call him, the foot leash. I want to know though, how did he get to escape from Kelvin? Kelvin is not that stupid. Stupid in love, but not stupid in business and pretty much being a psychopathic stalker. So, unless he knew about the plan, because he's always known where Kelvin go. Kelvin always know where Vera goes. So, if Kelvin really at the time didn't know where Vera is, then Vera must have thought everything through and like ran away. Like, how did he do it? That's what I want to know. Okay, let's talk about Pete and Fort for a bit. When the drama was talked about, and when I heard that Pete and Fort was gonna be in a drama called Yesterday, I originally didn't expect yesterday was gonna be like this. I thought maybe they were gonna talk about the actual word yesterday, like this is what I did with you yesterday or whatever. Would it be smutty? I know that smuttiness was gonna be in it because I did Love in a Year and Love Seed. There was not a lot of smut, but there was smuts. But when it comes to the storyline, I was like, what is this drama about? When I got the chance to know what it's about, I was shocked, mostly because of Pete's character. Because we know Pete's character being the person being traumatized in Love in the Air and Love Sea, and the fact that it's all around maybe family members and relationship. He's been the one to be traumatized. So when I read it, I was like, so wait, Ford is going to be the one to be traumatized? Ford is going to meet this person being hypnotized and being like lied to someone that actually likes him, but also like betrayed? And the fact that Pete's character is the one doing the trauma, like he's the one causing trauma for Ford's character, I'm like, I did not see this one coming. I want to see how well he portrays the character, which they both did great. But it's new to me, but the fact that I'm seeing a different side of Ford in this one, while he was a playboy, but I'm seeing a different, softer side of Ford character in this one. Whereas we get to see a different version of Pete in this one as well. So Pete plays the more possessive type of person, which was definitely new because he didn't do that in the past, in the previous dramas. So the whole thing was so much, and I'm loving it. It's just wow for me. Wow. It's a silent cry, and that one tear on that other eye just dropped, like leaking down on Veer's face, because he doesn't want this love. This is not what he wanted. And to be honest, he really did love Kelvin. He even ignored his best friend's warning because of this love. And the fact that this is all coming to him like a big fat karma, knowing this, and he's standing there, he can't really do anything. He can't escape. You just have to go with it. In my opinion, you can just cry and just try a way to figure out of a plan to just escape this man. Meanwhile, Kelvin is not even realizing. Kelvin is just enjoying this old move because in his head, it's been a while he had sex with this person, but also he loves this person, but his love is it's too much. He needs to go to a psychiatric ward at this point. Would we call this a RAPE? Because it's not consensual. Because clearly we see that Vera doesn't want this, but Kelvin is I don't know what to say. Usually, if I wasn't in depth in knowing the storylines of dramas back then, you would have catch me screaming and wow, this is happening, going crazy. But now that I'm getting used to watching dramas overall, I'm mostly watching the characters, watching the actors, looking through the storylines, seeing the plots. That's me nowadays. Back then, girl, I would be crazy screaming like those people in the theater room, screaming our heads off when we see a kiss, when we see a this and when we see a that. But that's not me. I'm not liking this so weird. I'm really not. I do hope he escapes. But if he does escape and he goes back to Kelvin, then F you. That's all I'm saying. Unless if he goes back and they both change each other for the better and we live happily ever after, that's cool. But whenever we ever watch a drama that is this crazy to the point that in the end that we have a happy ending? If there is, put it in the comments because I need to know that drama. I need to watch it, but don't give me a traumatic one because I've just watched Paradise of Thorn and I do not want to go back. And that alone gave me tears, and even right now, because I don't want to watch anything sad. Traumatic? Maybe, but I have to look into it. But don't give me anything that resembles Paradise of Thorn. Thank you. Bye bye.